This is really hard to do right now, alright? But, this is the issue. Okay, notice that then when I was forced to sign this lease, I was given 20 minutes to read it over on Rosh Hashanah, okay? Now, okay, I went through it quickly. I read a lot of leases, okay? So quite a few leases. I've read the Landlord-Tenant Act. I read, all sorts of shit. And there were certain items that I objected to, and I had put tags on them. Now, there were certain clauses. Okay, now this was specifically the clause that I objected to. Actually, there were several. One, I objected to clause number 21, which is the authority to receive legal papers. The only person that was authorized to receive legal papers is the landlord, in other words, my mother. So I wanted to send a copy to have it reviewed by a licensed attorney and someone who represents me. And she refused and insisted that I could not, the manager who has my key and is on the condo board, who I'm not allowed to speak to, he is not allowed to have a copy, as well as the following person. So there's nobody representing me at all. Now, it also says, notice the date is 9/26 because I was forced to sign it on the 26th, and then notice the address. Okay, now this address she no longer owns that property, so she was very diligent about making sure that that was the only address on any of these records. She didn't want anyone to know about this property. So the other thing I objected to, clause number 19. Okay, in any or all legal proceeding to enforce any part of this agreement, the prevailing party, and I refused, I would not sign it. She left it blank, and I said I would give it back to her the next morning, because I object to it saying shall not. So so in any event, so she had a freaking fit. When I circled the prevailing party, she got all hysterical, had a fit, started crying, and it was, keep in mind, this was like 11 o'clock at night, and had her little hissy fit. And then she went nowhere the next day. So, in any event, it says in any and all legal proceedings forces the prevailing party. Alright, so who is the prevailing party? That's what I want to know. So there are a couple of different, there are a couple of issues that I really object to. And also notice this. See how it was crossed out, this, that, and the other thing? Alright, so first of all, that's not my handwriting. Second of all, the number of the phone was disconnected because, now I did make her sign in blue. So here you see in blue. Alright, notice there's no cross-outs there, okay? Here it's crossed out, it's signed out in black, so, okay, so that's a photocopy. And so, I do realize that they have, colored documents these days, and so that doesn't mean much, but I'm still OCD about that. Now, regarding this computer thing, just so you guys are aware of this. Alright, so this is actually the IRS thing. Now, this is, I think I blocked out, so this is 424. So I actually I requested an audit because for 20 years I was unable to file taxes. I kept getting my grants pulled from when I was in school. They told me that I had other sources of income. I wasn't eligible for health care. Okay, the bottom line is this. My mother accidentally filed her taxes, claimed me as a dependent on her return for 30 years. Okay, so we're not talking like 1 year. We're talking I was like 36 years old. I was living in another state when I found out. So I kept running into problems. I kept having my taxes rejected by the IRS. I was having, they would tell me that I wasn't eligible for benefits. And, clearly I was, because I have an uninsurable health condition. So, in addition, as you can see, there are other documents that, that over the years